Hi everyone, welcome into this week's CBS Fix. I hope you all had a wonderful Purim holiday. In this week's Parshah Tzav, we continue to learn about the different sacrifices, different offerings that one had to bring towards Hashem. I'd like to connect this to the holiday of Purim, so just want to share an idea that hopefully can connect the two services, the two avodas that a person has towards Hashem between these sacrifices and Purim. Maimonides explains that one of the essential reasons that Hashem commanded us regarding bringing sacrifices and offerings is to uproot idol worship from our midst. To explain that, the Gentiles of yesteryear served, and even today actually some still do, they served different animals and believed that many of those animals were either reincarnations of people or that they were, but basically mostly that they were gods in and of themselves. And they used to serve the lamb, they used to serve the sheep, some served the cow. And in order for a Jewish person to get rid of that idea, because idol worship is forbidden for the Jews, so Hashem said that an animal had to be sacrificed. By sacrificing it, it was a dual purpose. You were getting rid of that idea that an animal can actually be a god. But second of all, the sacrifice actually brought a person closer towards the King of all kings. And that was the purpose of the sacrifice. On Purim, I want to make the following connection, that we would think, if we ask somebody, what happens to a person when he drinks? And he becomes intoxicated. So we would say, that's usually his undoing, and the person thinks it's now licensed for him to act in a way that is unbecoming. And he'll then blame it on the alcohol. Yet we know that everybody has a big mitzvah on the holiday of Purim, specifically to drink and to become inebriated. So the question really is, why? What is the purpose of that? So I'm supposing that one of the ideas is that the Jewish people are always trying to take the mundane or the fun of this world, whether it's eating or drinking, and turning it into serving Hashem. And if a person can become so inebriated, so intoxicated, so drunk, so full of alcohol, yet let this inner yearning for Hashem come out, yet let this inner yearning towards Torah and mitzvahs come out, that is an incredibly high service of serving Hashem. Our sages teach us that Yom Kippur, or Yom Kippurim, is a day like Purim. That means the holy day of Yom Kippur is like Purim. In what sense? In the sense that on Yom Kippur, a person thinks, I want to do a sin, but I can't because I realize the magnitude of the day. This day is great, so you know what? I'll keep my emotions in check and I'll allow my intellect to govern over my emotions that are in my heart because I understand the day. So there's an intellectual connection that you make towards serving Hashem. Purim, it's the opposite. You're acting really all emotional. How do you become emotional? Through the wine that you're drinking. Yet, when the wine comes in, all the secrets come out, and people lay bare what's really deep down on the inside. And for a person who's in love with Hashem, for a person who's in love with the fact that he has Torah and mitzvahs, that's what will come out. And therefore, we're channeling the use of alcohol the same way with the sacrifice gets rid of the Gentile idea that the sacrifice or the animals are a god. So too, we're getting rid of the idea that alcohol just brings a person to his worst. We're trying to show on Purim that alcohol really can bring a person even closer to Hashem. And it's Yom Kippurim, because when a person drinks, he becomes all emotional. He's not as intellectual, yet at the same time, his inside is able to govern his actions. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. By the way, this video is dedicated to my cousin Shani, my cousin Shloime. His daughter Shani is getting married, God willing, on Sunday. Mazel tov to them and their entire family. Bye-bye.